we will see how to make this two-colored Pareto chart. So this is the workbook. This is the data we have. So we have the company name and we have the amount held offshore associated with each of the companies. So first, that amount is in the millions. So we will create a calculated field. Associated. Okay, so now we will use this field. First, we will pull the company name in the columns. And next we will have the amount associated with each of the company. We will sort this out. We'll convert this to million. Got it. Okay. Now we will have some table calculation to create the Pareto chart. First we will have the running total based on the company name. Then we will add the secondary table calculation that will be percent of total. That will also be based on the company name. So this is what we are getting. So we convert it to entire view. Okay. Now we will have this in the details section. Okay. Copy this field in the details section. Convert this one to the count distinct of the companies. Now we will go with the table calculations. And this one is also a running total. This one will also be based on the company name. We'll do the same sorting in this one also. By the field, sending amount held offshore. Okay. So we'll convert this to area chart. This is what we'll get, and we'll change the axis names. This will be our number of the companies. This will be our percent of total running money. So now what we will have to make it two color. So first, if you see here in this one, so if I pull the amount held offshore in the detail section, so if you see we have the here we have some amount, and in these companies we have amount held offshore 0. So we have to remove these companies first. So we'll create a set on the company field. The condition amount held offshore should be greater than 0 only. It is companies with money, consider them only. Have it in the filter section. Okay. Now this will give us only the companies that is having some amount associated. So now we will create another set to have it colored for the top N companies. We will top N by field. This should be by parameter. many companies we want. Okay. Okay, we will allow all the values. Current value should be 30. This should be amount held offshore sum. Okay, so this will be used to color the flow here. Okay, this is what we are getting from this one. We'll edit our table calculations. In this one we will consider top end, and in this one also we will consider top end, and in this one also we will consider top end. So this is how it will divide the chart in two parts. So these are the like top end companies, and this gray part the normal companies. We'll change the color. This is fine. Is it okay? Now this is fine. Now we will add the reference lines that we at this point, the two crossing reference line for the percentage of total money and the number of companies. In the first one we will have on the number of companies that will be pointing at the parameter. We will have the value of that. Some formatting, alignment the above. Where it gone?
It's in the bottom below the data source. This analytics. Below the data source.
Below the data source.
Yeah, the one that you pointed is correct. This analytics.
Okay, understood. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Atil. So, okay, we'll go with the format. Alignment. Go with that. We will add our second reference line. That will be on the amount held offshore. Okay, for this one we need to create the calculation first. Remove this. We'll create a calculated field for this one. That will be pointing us at the percentage of the common point. So if our index will be equal to our parameter, then we will be getting the percent of them. Okay. First let me pull these. We will be using these fields. First let me pull. We will be needing these fields in the future, so we will create the calculated fields from these ones. Percent of running total of money. And we will be needing this one also. We'll create the calculated field from this one. Hashtag of running total companies. Okay, so these are the fields. Now we will create a calculated field for the reference line. Percent of money for the reference line. In this one, if index will be equal to our parameter, then we will be getting percent of running total money at that point. Now we will pull another reference line at this point that will be pointing percent of. Okay, yeah. It's not coming.
You have to bring that field into details.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, forgot it. You bring it into details. Now we'll go with the reference line. We'll show it here at this point. Some. Check it. There's a calculation.
I think we got to reassign the table calculations for percentage of money.
Percentage of money, yeah. Computed a table calculation. Yeah, in this one we didn't calculate it. Okay, we'll compute it along with both. Okay. Thanks, Akhil. Now we are getting this one. We'll format it. Percentage. This is how we'll get it. So in this one, like 30 companies total accumulate to 65.45% of the running total of amount held offshore. So now we will create the title. If you see here, okay, so we will create this title. 50 companies account for 76%. So if you change here the parameters, like if you want to see the top 50 companies, the lines will move accordingly. If we change the title, push the parameter, companies account for this much percentage of the money held. Sure. Okay, so this is on the two-color Pareto chart. Now we will move. Any doubts in this one? Okay, so now we will move on to other tips. So the first one is we will connect to the Superstore data. First one, we will see like how to push back any value from the Tableau dashboard to the third-party API. Connect with the Superstore data. First, we will build any visualization. The reason. Sum of sales we will have. sum of profit. We'll go to the dashboard, pull the sheet here. So Tableau itself can't do it, like we can't push back any value from the Tableau dashboard to any third-party API or third-party data source. So we have to use some extension for that. So we found some of the extensions that we will discuss. So the first one that is free extension is Expanded. So you can download it from the extension gallery of tableau.com. That is Expanded Write Back free version. So I've downloaded it. We'll upload the T-Rex file of that. Okay. Now to make it working, we require some of the fields, like which sheet we want, extract all the data. And here we need to mention the URL of the Google spreadsheet or any of the endpoint that we are trying to push back the data. So here I will use the Google spreadsheets only. So this is the spreadsheet I have. We'll go on to the tools, the script editor. So this one is already having the script that is needed to push back the value from the Tableau dashboard. So normal spreadsheets won't be having this script. We will need to write this. We'll go to the deploy. We'll deploy it as a web app. Okay. Give the access to anyone. We'll deploy it. Nice. So once it deployed, we copy this URL having script.google.com macros. We'll copy this. Done. From here, we will use this URL as an endpoint to push back our values. Okay. Now the things that we need. So here we need to display the measures and select those both. Here we can add any of the column that we want to. But write back fields, you can select any of the write back fields that you want to. For now, I will write back only the sum of sales. Submit. So this table will appear here now. From here, you can write back the data into the Google Sheets. We'll click. This is the button for the send the data. We'll click on this one. Data sent successfully. So if you come to the Google Sheets, here is the sum of sales for the first reason. That is a central reason. It will appear here. So if I want to change it, we'll use this. So if I want like a reason name also in that one, along with the sum of sales, we will select both of these. Reason plus sum of sales, submit. Now if I select for the east one, we'll send the data. Data sent successfully. If you see here, it will be having reason and sum of sales. So it have others. This is how we can like push back any of the value in the Tableau dashboard to the other data sources. So it has other options also, like you can add a new record also along with the existing records. Here you can edit the record that is already previously there. So if you want to remove that record, you can remove that record also. Yeah. So this is on this one. Now we'll move on to the third one.
Gerard, I have a doubt here.
Yeah.
So, like the above visualization is not linked with the this extension, right?
Which one?
You pull this sheet 1 into the extension. So if you will make any change in sheet 1, it won't be shown in this extension chat below.
No, it will be shown. If you refresh it here, if you make any changes in the sheet 1 and you like refresh it here, the changes will appear here also.
Okay, and if you make the changes in extension, it won't be displayed in the original visualization.
No,
right?
the vice versa is not possible. If you make any changes in this one, that will not appear in the original sheet.
Okay.
Let me show you that one. If I pull the reason into the filter section, we'll select only two fields. If I come to this one, we'll refresh it. See, east and south only.
Yeah.
There is one more doubt. Is it limited only to table type of visualization, or for example, if you have bar or line chart, will it be exported as like crosstab with this extension?
For now, I tried only for the table one, as this is the free version. This one also have some limitations. Maybe the commercial version will have the one like we can push any of the values.
Okay.
I think it would be cross tab only. We can check it out. Whereas can go to sheet 1 and change the type to bar.
Yeah. Change it to bar. Okay. We'll pull it here. Now it's fine. We'll refresh it. Yeah, it will be giving you the value only.
Okay. So though we use some visualization, it will export the crosstab.
Yeah, it will export the table value only.
Nice.
Jairaj, one last thing about the configuration part, right? So
yeah,
we did something on Google Sheets for us to be able to get that link, like some code. What were we doing there? Is that code auto-generated, or is it something that we need to manually take care of?
Yeah, so for an example, this Google Sheet is provided by the Expandit itself. So Expandit is the company name that they developed this extension. So they provided this Google Sheet only with the with having this script already in it. So this is the script we would be needing to push back the value from the Tableau dashboard. So if you go any normal spreadsheet, this will not be this script will not be there. So you need to put this script first, and then we will be able to push back in any of the normal spreadsheet.
Okay.
This spreadsheet they provided, Expandit provide for the example.
Okay, and we just have to copy paste to other worksheets where we need to export, right?
Yeah, if you want to export it in other, you need to copy this script.
Okay.
So we'll move on to the third one. So the third one is on the order of operation in Tableau. So what we will do is we will create a field city plus state. Okay, we will now have the sum of sales, the text field, write the header. Okay, now if I rank them according to the sum of sales, so for now they are ranked according to the sales amount associated with each of them. So what we will do now, if we pull the state one in the filters pane and we select any one of the state, like if I select and okay, this one is having less. Yeah, okay. So if we select any of the states, so the rank will be restarted for that state cities only. So it will start 1 to 1. It will assign 1 to that city having the maximum sum of sales on that state only, because the rank is a table calculation and state is a dimension filter, and dimension filter comes above the table calcs in the order of operation chart. So to achieve the original rank of these cities, like in the whole data, whatever their rank is, if we need to achieve this, how we will do that? We'll create a calculated field, state TC. For that, what we will do, we will use the table calculation lookup. So lookup basically will give us the data in any of the row with an offset. So if I put offset is the 0, it will be giving the row, it will giving the value of the current row only. And lookup is a table calculation. So table, if we use this one instead of normal state, and now if I select California, so yeah, now we will be seeing the original ranks of the city that will be in the whole data. So because the table calculation filters come below the table calcs in the order of operations chart, so from this one we can see the original ranks of each of the city in the California. So this is the third trick. Any doubt in this one? Okay, then this is all I had. This one, and the Pareto one. Okay. Any doubts in any of the three?
None from my side, Raj.
All good from